Brent here with Bring Your Own Tools, and on today's episode, if you want to learn how this amazing simplistic bracket can build garage storage as well as this, and a million other different things, keep on watching. Let's get started. Now this product is called MakerPipe, and your only limit is your imagination. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty corny, but it's actually true. You can make obstacle courses for your drones, you can make patio furniture, you can make a bike trailer, you can make garage shelving, and everything in between. Now in all honesty and full disclosure, I am not getting paid for MakerPipe, but they did send me some free product that I wanted to test out personally, and the fact that this product was so innovative to me, I had to try it out and show you for myself. Now this is the kit that they sent me with a multitude of different brackets. This first one specifically is a T-connection bracket, which is the epicenter of this entire system. Then you have a 45-degree connection, which comes in handy in a multitude of different ways. Then you have a 90-degree connector, as well as a 180-degree structural pipe connector, which actually clamps horizontal and vertical pieces together. You also have top caps for the conduit, extra shrink wrap for extra support. They also provided me casters because I wanted to have a mobile cart unit, which fits perfectly into the conduit. Now the fastening system for this entire thing is this small bolt. And now this bolt works on all the different brackets, and you only need a 5mm Allen wrench to put the entire thing together. Now, of course, the only thing that doesn't come with this system is the conduit. Now this is an electrical conduit that you can get anywhere at your general home improvement store, and it's extremely inexpensive because they come in very long lengths, and I purchased 4 10-footers, which costed me less than 30 bucks. Now the reason for this build is that I have a lot of extra material that I have set aside on the side of my garage that is on the larger scale. However, I do still need it around. I can't just throw it away, and I don't know if this is how your guys' garage looks like, but it's mine. And there's a reason why I'm trying to make over this garage in an entire YouTube series. Now this is just another step in the right direction. Now comes the fun part, actually trying to create this unique one-of-a-kind piece. Now I do a quick sketch drawing of the general sizes and shapes that I want as far as the parameters go, but you can create anything you want. I will provide free build shop drawings in the description box below, so please check that out if you are interested in actually building exactly what I'm building here today. Now I am using a metal cutoff blade for this project, which you don't have to have. You can easily use a grinder with cutting disc or even a tube cutter. Just know that you're going to be sacrificing a bit of time because it will take you much longer to do than this beautiful cutoff beast. I mean, come on. You just gotta love a little slow motion action. Something about cutting metal is just so soothing and inviting. Also note to self, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. This can stink up your garage quite quickly and your lungs will thank you for it. Now this is 3/4 inch electrical conduit, and I was able to get all this material out of 4 10-footers. Now this is for my project, and I specifically did a few things because I was under a few different type of material constraints, but that's what I did and it worked out quite perfectly. Now I do suggest grinding on the edges of which you cut off because they might be a bit messy. However, if you do use a smaller tube cutter, those edges should be perfectly smooth and you don't have to worry about this. But just keep that in mind because it makes it easier to get the brackets in place. Now I start assembling the system first by laying down all the conduit that I need for the base and then attaching the 90-degree angles prior to laying it down on the floor. Personally, this just makes it easier to make sure everything's lined up appropriately and then tighten everything down. Now, we're just test fitting this first corner just to make sure things are fitting properly because you do have to attach the casters with the vertical tube prior to tightening down the bracket. Also, as a side note, you can tighten down this entire system using just an Allen wrench. However, a drill works much faster and much quicker, so I would highly suggest getting some type of drill to make sure you can fasten everything together. An impact driver works perfectly, especially with the fact that you want to ensure that you have a tight quality hold, and the Allen wrench can only do so much. Now I suggest adding a bit of WD-40 to the caster top and then sliding it into the conduit because it is a very tight fit. Now once you have that, then you can just slide it into the vertical position on the bracket, tighten it down, and then proceed to the next bracket. And look at that, we have a mobile cart. Now it's fully able to support the weight and then some as of right now, but once we put a plywood top on the casters, it will then transfer the weight evenly across all 4 casters, and it can carry a lot more than just my weight. Now I take a few measurements for hole placement locations, then I transfer it to the plywood and drill out a 1-inch hole with a paddle bit. Just make sure you have at least 1 inch of plywood from the hole to the edge of the plywood, just to make sure you're not diminishing the structural integrity of the plywood itself. Now I recently came across this new Rustoleum product that actually has a super fat head, which means it's a turbo spray system. Yes, you can easily and instantly almost spray large quantities of spray paint on a board, and this is perfect for these types of applications where you're trying to do copious amounts of spraying where you want to save some time. Just keep in mind, make sure you do this outside. Now I apply a couple coats, let it dry, then once it's dry I then bring it back to my tube framework, and this actually fit perfectly the first time, which is something I always appreciate. Now it's all about finishing off the assembly portion of this project. Now I have a very tall end on both sides in order to accommodate the large paneling that it will be carrying afterwards, and this is the very nice thing about this system, is that you have multiple different types of brackets that you can assemble at the same time, and they can all accommodate different portions of the project. I have a straight run, I have a 45-degree run, I have a 90-degree run, and of course a 180-degree run if need be. Now for a system this size, you definitely want some side-to-side bracing, therefore I have a brace at the very top as well as halfway up, just to make sure there's proper support. Also, you gotta test it, right?
3, 4. House quarantine.
Oh, gotta get that house workout in somehow. Now moving back onto bracing, go ahead and secure your center support, and you are fully assembled. Now all you have to do is make sure you apply your top caps to all the conduit that is actually bare metal where you can actually see, and that is extremely easy and actually a very nice clean look in the end. But guess what? After you have that complete, you are done. I love showcasing new products and innovations in the builder space, and this by far is one of the most impressive systems that I've personally showcased on my channel. It's quick, it's easy, the possibilities of what you can create and manufacture are endless based upon your imagination alone. Now, we gotta test it out. Let's load this bad boy up. Now with the material alone that I just loaded up right here, it's easily 400 to 500 pounds, and this thing can easily slide any way I want in my garage. And it might not look like it, but that is one beautiful, sexy beast. Oh yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and please check out one of my other videos. You just might like it. This channel is all about helping others learn how to build and create on a weekly basis. Till next time.
Gotta show off the product. Who's interested in a little go-kart action?